Hello everyone, and welcome back to Unboxing Theories. This time I'm really looking to theorize on this video instead of just focusing on the lyrics. There is a lot of content inside Long Live the King, even if it's not always totally clear as to what it might all mean. I think some of it is totally up to interpretation, so if you don't like my thoughts on what certain things might mean, then that's fine too. The beautiful thing about a theory is it's just that, a theory. So first of all, it's important to note that Louis has already described the main aspects of this music video and the music video behind, which is that the song and the story of the music video are focused on the internal struggles and emotions of a king who has lived for eternity and will continue to live on. This is very clear, and it's also well told by the choreography and the scenes that we see throughout. The kingdom of aesthetics is beautiful. It seems like a lovely place to be, but there are shadows around every corner too. Because of Louis' long life, he struggles to trust those around him, and perhaps even get close to those around him, and with good reason. We see Arthur, Dan, Juan, and Ivan all involved in secret whispering during various parts of the music video. And when I saw that even in the teaser, it immediately made me think, what are they up to? And I think there could definitely be some shenanigans going on. But even if it was harmless whispering, I think Louis being cautious around those he cares for is understandable when they're whispering behind his back. Another aspect of his personality that we see, I believe, is his sense of invincibility. There are a few instances where we see him looking a bit smug, a bit on the relaxed side, and this is often seen in his sitting room. He seems most at ease there, surrounded by people who are doting on him, and he feels secure. Perhaps it's more of an outward emotion for others to see so that they know to fear him, but I get a sense that he feels that way too. Of course, in my last video, I went over the lyrics quite a bit, and indeed they are the most crucial aspect to understanding the story of King Louis in fullness. He is afraid of his eternal night fading, of the sun rising into a new day, and perhaps him losing everything he's protected for so long. But by the end of the song, he's ready to face that sunrise and stand firm, burning without fear. We see him go from fear to pure determination, and that's a really stunning story arc. And it's interesting that he at first feared the rising day, because he calls himself throughout the song the light that defends against the darkness. I think that could be figurative, but I also believe there is an element of true darkness that resides on the outskirts of the kingdom, just waiting to pounce on an unsuspecting or unprepared king. Louis, however, is fully prepared to face this darkness as the one standing light. I think the weight of his importance to the endurance of his kingdom is probably a lot to bear, too. I hold the belief that without Louis, the kingdom would fully succumb to darkness, much like the fall of the other kingdoms before, Chiu's kingdom and Dan's kingdom. Whatever this darkness is, it is preying on the kingdoms and just waiting for a chance to destroy them. I think there may be agents of darkness working among the kings, most specifically Ivan and Juan, but beyond some speculation, I don't have anything concrete to back those claims up just yet. But it seems that Ivan and Juan are closely tied to each other, and I wouldn't doubt that they are up to no good. There's even a lyric, "I'm on the eye of the storm," which is super interesting after the addition of Juan to the team, who is the king of storms. Doesn't mean anything, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I like to think it does. Oh, and then there's Mugen's teaser, which is fascinating, but I think would need a video all its own, so let's look forward to that. So although in this music video we don't get a massive battle, or an uprising that ends in the collapse of the kingdom, or anything to that nature, we learn a lot about Louis as this immortal king who has suffered alone for many years, and often keeps others at arm's distance to protect himself, because he has only had himself for so long. He's seen how the other kingdoms of his companions have suffered, fallen, or been torn apart, and he doesn't want that to happen to his kingdom, which he has spent so long defending from the darkness. But he has to face his immortality and watch as his own portrait fades while he remains unchanged. I think the confidence that his companions give him also gives him the strength to withstand his fears and take a step into the rising dawn. He can continue to protect what's important to him and help the other kings around him as they try to restore what's left of their kingdoms or move on to different lands. Whatever the case may be, King Louis will be there. Long live the king. And that, my friends, is my theory. I know it's kind of short, and maybe there's not a whole lot of theorizing in there. A lot of it is just stuff that I saw in the music video or stuff that is in the lyrics. But those are kind of my thoughts on that. Unless more comes out and more interesting developments are made, that's going to be my video on King Louis' Long Live the King music video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to share your own thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. There are so many elements in the music video as well, like the use of flowers and roses specifically and stuff like that. But I feel like I didn't need to get into all that today. But let me know what you think. There is a lot of interesting aspects to this music video. So if you have your own thoughts, I would absolutely love to hear them. Thank you guys for joining me again, and have a great one.